First of all, I'll leave it as Kevin. Kevin is a Facebook friend. He sent me this link today, and I did find myself giving him an answer as well on top, because this guy here is going to tell you the truth about what is happening. And you could link it, oh, it's the Tories, oh, it's the Labour Party. In America you have different, really the main parties are the Liberals, or whatever they've become now, the Tories and the Labour Party. So those are the main ones, more left, one's supposed to be in the middle, and one's supposed to be a bit more right. So anyway, that's where we are. But he is telling the truth. This is exactly what they're going to do to us. But it actually doesn't matter who you vote for, because it's in this system which has been set up to do this. So if you get the Liberals, everything will have yellow on it. And if you get the Labour Party, it will have red on it. And if you have the Tories, it will have blue on it. But it's still part of the same system. And this is what I've been trying to show you. And this is being done to us, not just as the Tory party, the Labour Party, the opposition, this, that and the other in Europe. Europe's just part of it. We've got one world order with the European Union. That's what it's all part to do with, this whole thing. So if you vote for this, you're going to get one of them still doing it one way or another. I mean, in reality, look at it this way. I'm just going to change the subject just a tiny bit to try and explain it as best I can. Think about it. We've got things like computers and phones and televisions, which seem to be working off technology which seems to be well above us. Come on, just think about it. I can talk to people in other countries without seeing them, without being linked to them via wire. What I'm trying to say is, we've got all this technology, yet we still seem to be so backward. And what we've had is a lot more in the past, which they've covered up, is a lot more advanced as well. When you actually think about, I was talking to my friend Amy, and there was no time delay, yet she is in America. She's 5 hours away from me. And it was like she was in the room with me. But she's on a phone, like I'm on a phone, yet we're able to hear each other and talk to each other without any time delay. Whatever they've got, whatever they've done to us, whatever they've had in the past, with the big buildings, the Tataria, all these big buildings, but they don't match the people, you know. Like I said, showing all these pictures of the Victorian, all they've done is speed it up. And we fell for it and didn't notice it. When really, even in the 1800s, they could fake photography, they could fake this. It's like, all these things are a lot more advanced than the people are showing. I mean, it's almost extraterrestrial, a telephone, a television, these things. Like, I'm even filming, look, we can see this person right in front of us. Yeah, it's happening through a machine with signals. It's the most amazing when you think how advanced we really are, really, and all the technology they've not shown us. So imagine what they're doing to us. So they lied about the children going in America. They're basically obviously taking the people and making them slaves, selling their children. So what do you think they're doing to us now? What I'm trying to say is, it's the system we're in. It's this whole system, not just a party. So, you know, Democrats against Republicans, Tories against Labour. Fortunately, you're never going to get anything different if you vote for the same system they're in. That's my point. But I'd like you to hear what he says, because what he's saying is the total truth. I couldn't see it anywhere else. It's on Facebook. So I really hope they don't mind me using this little bit of footage. This man's telling the truth, but it's the whole system that's doing it. So it won't matter who you vote for, you're going to get one of those people from the system. And with the videos I've made, even on the impeachment, They're actors, all of them. They're just actors in the system, for the system that's doing it to us. That's what I see. Anyway, we'll play him next. I really like what he said though. Whoa. So, a bit of English politics for a change. But it's not really just English, is it? Because once we wake up, we'll realise they're doing it to all of us. All the people this is being done to. It's called one system, government. Let's listen to him now.
We voted for independence, but what we've been given, begrudgingly by a corrupt political class, is a treaty that keeps us under European Union control, operating to its rules, not ours, that compels us not to be competitive by setting lower trade tariffs, and that keeps us under the jurisdiction of a political court, the ludicrously named European Court of Justice. In a general election, yes, another one, presided over this insulting disaster, expects to be re-elected. They're using fear of the opposition's extremism to make us swallow a fake Brexit where we don't have control of our trade and defence arrangements, where we don't take back our fishing waters, and where we are not, in fact, independent of honouring that referendum result. They have always regarded Brexit as a problem to be neutralised. For 3.5 years, they've purposely negotiated in bad faith to keep us tied as closely as possible to the European Union, to make it easier for future governments to take us back in by stealth and political chicanery, the same way they took us in the first time. They had a majority right after the referendum, and they could have delivered Brexit there and then, but they chose to engage in these drawn-out negotiations for the express purpose of wearing us down so that we'll settle for anything to make it stop, which is pretty much where we are now.
What it is this poor guy, Kevin, I'm just going to repeat it again, because I just wanted you to understand that, I just want you to hopefully understand what I'm saying if you didn't get it through all those 2 bits you just listened to. Kevin sent me this information because he's trying to help me, show me, tell me what's going on. And he's messaging me and I'm voice messaging him, but I'm going to play the voice messages I sent him. Kevin, it's worse than that. The reason the British don't want to leave is because they're part of this whole structure we're in. All the governments, all the politics belong to the same thing. They're just a bunch of actors. On my channel, Unscrambled, I'll send you a link to show you what they're saying to us, but what they're really saying to us. And they're just a bunch of actors. And that they could sort all this out, but they don't want to. So, it's politics with a bunch of actors who are all working together. American, whatever it is, they're just actors. There is no democracy, no nothing. There's never been anything. It's all been a show for us. And the only thing is we fell for it. But thanks for the video. It's even deeper than the Brexit thing. The Brexit thing's just part of their game. Hey, Kevin. I'm really sorry. The kings and the queens are puppets too. They're actors. They're all part of it. I tell you what, you know, like the films Matrix, then you've got the Truman Family, you've got Total Recall with Arnold Schwarzenegger, you've got Chitty Chitty Bang Bang with the child catcher, you've got, I can't even think right now, you've got Space Odyssey, Dave, I'm shutting down now. I'm telling you that is what we're living in, all those films put together. It is absolutely disgusting. They have completely lied to us. All we are actually is slaves from the beginning with this fake history. It's all fake. Like, it's just fake. On that channel there, you've got 2 channels, Sun and Moon Family United, and YouTube took my channel earlier on in the year, so that's why it's not a very big channel now, but you know, I've watched YouTube taking my count off. I can see them taking my views off. I've even made a video about it and it's still happening. So God knows how many people are really watching me, but I don't know because YouTube are doctoring the figures. Got Unscrambled channel, which is more to do. I started off with doing this case, the Watts case in America. This man supposedly killing his family, etc, etc, but if you haven't got into it I won't bore you with that one. But I could see the footage wasn't real. I could see there were so many things wrong with it. And then it's led me now into looking at the impeachment last week, which is Nancy Pelosi's got a 32 on her throat, as you can see the numbers. Trump is an AI. The people on the committee are actually playing women in the impeachment. And then there's a soldier there, hang on, just make sure I haven't gone over the minute. There actually is Hillary. What it is they've deep faked them in, they've deep faked them, that's how they do it. And that's what that video there's about that I sent you. They've lied about everything. They've lied about what we're living on. They're lying about what we're living in. The politics is all to keep us in fear and keep them ruling, when actually they're just a bunch of actors. Seriously, a bunch of actors. I don't think they're doing any of the law. There's nothing happening there. What it seems to me is that the big businesses are ruling everything. That's what that video is talking about that I sent you. The big businesses are running everything. That's who's making the law, and I've heard other people say that. That's it. There's no government running anything. It's a pile of Polo poo. I'm never voting for it again. I always voted. You know, we're told, oh, your family fought for your right. What I see is we're living in a living drama, and nobody realises that the drama is on the television. You need to turn it off. Turn the television off. That's what you need to do, and never go there again. It's not happening in our day-to-day life when we're in our own houses, but it's happening on that television, and that's the biggest program they ever did to people to control them, was make that. And the thing is, the people are waking up, and I think everything's starting to implode, including YouTube. Basically, I was watching today on this new stupid rule about children, that there is another part that they should have put in. Is it suitable for both genders? You know, like the children and the adults. And they've left that one out, which is actually illegal, because that's what actually it's about, and they've left half of it out. So why would they do that? It's like, why? We can see what they're doing. It's like 25, 30 emails I've written to them about it. Not once have they written back. They want me to report all the videos individually, and I'm saying, no, you're facilitating it all. They're facilitating it all and pretending that I've got to now deal with it individually, which will be rubbish and it'll go nowhere. And now they're not even answering me. They're affecting my views. They've not put my money over to AdSense. It just goes on. And I like the fact we can put our videos out and talk, but I just hate what's behind it. And I don't mean to bombard you, because I think you're sending me your thing, you were telling me a bit of information. But I'm just saying that actually what's ruling everything is the advertisers. That's who is ruling everything. The advertisers, the big business, they're the ones pulling the strings. On YouTube, for instance, they're the ones that are telling YouTube what they don't want. And so this is why they're putting us through a hardship. Instead of YouTube being there for the people, it's now there because it wants to make more and more money from us. So there you go, really. The big business run everything.